Albert and the Invisible Hug. Once there was a young man named Albert who loved to think. While others saw a simple, sunny day, Albert saw a world full of wonderful questions. He would sit for hours under his favorite apple tree, not just watching the clouds, but wondering what held them up in the big blue sky. One lazy afternoon, as Albert was thinking about why things stay on the ground, an apple let go of its branch. Bonk! It landed right on his head. Ouch, he said, rubbing his messy hair. He picked up the apple and looked at it, and then up at the tree. A question popped into his head, a question bigger than the apple. Why did you fall down? He asked it. Why not up? Or sideways? The apple, of course, said nothing. So Albert began to imagine. He imagined an invisible string tied from the apple all the way to the center of the earth, pulling it straight down. I will call this pull gravity, he decided. He realized gravity wasn't just for apples. It was the reason his shoes stayed on his feet and the reason his tea stayed in his cup. Gravity was like a gentle, invisible hug that the earth gave to everything, all the time. But Albert's questions didn't stop. That night, he looked at the big, bright moon. If the earth's hug is so strong, he wondered, why doesn't it pull the moon down, just like the apple? Albert closed his eyes and imagined that space was not empty, but was a giant, stretchy blanket. He imagined putting the sun, like a giant, heavy bowling ball, right in the middle. The blanket sagged and curved deeply around the sun. Then, in his mind, he gently rolled the earth, like a small marble, onto the blanket. The little marble didn't fall into the middle. Instead, it started to circle around the big dip, following the curve that the heavy sun had made. Albert's eyes flew open. That's it, he shouted to the empty room. Gravity wasn't a string pulling things. It was a curve in the stretchy blanket of space. The earth thinks it's going in a straight line, but it's just following the giant curve made by the sun. He realized the tiny curve that made the apple fall to his feet was the very same kind of curve that made the moon circle the earth, and the earth circle the sun. It was all one big, beautiful secret, connecting the smallest apple to the biggest star. Albert smiled. He looked from the apple in his hand to the moon in the sky. The world was full of invisible hugs and cosmic dances.